Hello, it's me, Mario. You watching GRTV, my favorite. Wahoo!
We're back again in the EA Business Lounge, as loud and cozy as always. And we're here with Stuart from the Dark Age of Camelot team. And I've just confessed to Stuart that I basically haven't played Dark Age.
That's okay. I'm the producer. I play it all the time, so I have enough, knowledge for the two of us. So we just put out the 105 patch. We upgraded some of the UI, like the training windows and the buff icons. So now players have a little more freedom to show what's affecting their character and how it's affecting them. We've recently brought the EU players under the Mythic umbrella, which has actually been really good for us. The population has grown, which is great. In a game like Dark Age of Camelot, population is key because you want to be playing against other people in RVR, which is realm versus realm combat. So the more people you have, the more fun it's going to be. So by bringing everyone together, allowing them to play on US or foreign servers, we're increasing that core population all at once. One of the things we're going to do to focus on that is we're looking to do a multilingual server. So because Dark Age of Camelot is an old game, it's been going, wow, we're going into our 10th year of operation. It's really going strong. But because it was created so long ago, the idea of playing in multiple languages on a server was actually not really thought of back then. So you either played on an English server or on a French server or on a German server. So what we want to do is take down those walls, say you can play in whatever language you want on a server, in which case everyone can play together, and again that core population increases. So we're looking to do that. We have the 105 patch that came out, and we're also doing live events. Now that we have a lot of people, we can get a lot better developer to player interaction. A couple of weeks ago we did our invasion event where developers came on as monsters and started killing people and spawning monsters around them. It was a lot of fun. And actually right now we're running another live event where the developers are coming on as merchants and auctioning off really unique and high priced and really important items for the players. And these are just two ideas that we have right now for live events. We have a whole long list of other things that we want to do, and now that we have the Europeans and the North American players playing together, we can do all of this. It's really a lot of fun.
But as you said, 10 years.
Yes.
How do you see, because one of the things I know that you said now that you've improved the UI, but during the very intense 20 minutes I played Dark Age of Camelot, one of the things that I had a problem with as a more modern MMO player was the UI, for example. What have you done to make it easier for us noobs to actually, I don't know, get to grips with how everything's put together?
One of the things we updated was the training window. So when we first launched and you had to train a level, you used a lot of your spec points to figure out how you wanted to build your character. And every time you did it, you have to, hit the button to train that spec line and hit it again and hit it again. So you can understand when you're, up to level 40 or so, you're hitting that button a lot. So what we did is we actually redid the training window, so now it's all sliders. It shows you exactly what you're going to get. You can play around with it, to get the balance that you want, to find out where you're going to be before you ever do anything. And then you hit the train button once, and it works through everything. So where before, in Dark Age Camelot came out around EQ and UO, back then, the idea of training and things like this was very different than it is today with WoW and Warhammer and other games. So we tried to bring that part of the UI up to the modern world, and players are really enjoying it. It's really great.
So again, 10 years, we've seen a lot of MMOs just recently. I've been shutting down, some of them not even out of beta, like Earth Eternal, for example. What can you tell, what have you learned during the 10 years that Mythic has been working on and running Dark Age of Camelot?
Well, we've learned that there's a lot of things that we've done right, and obviously there might be some things we can work on, but RVR is a really strong draw for Dark Age of Camelot. It gives that end game, it gives you something to continue to play with and to continue to work on. And I think that that's contributed a lot to the 10-year growth that we've seen for Dark Age of Camelot. It's really a fun thing to do, and people keep coming back to it. Even after leaving for some time, they'll come back to Dark Age of Camelot with fond memories and jump right back into the RVR and just have fun. It's really great.
One thing we've seen out recently was CCP is that they released their Dominion expansion, and they're getting a lot of flack from some players, very vocal players, about how that's been working out for them. But you guys, once upon a time, released an expansion which also wasn't well received at all, Trials of Atlantis. What did you learn from that experience? Can you tell the good people at CCP something?
Well, what we learned is some people actually really like Trials of Atlantis. It did add some good things both for RVR and PvP, or PvE, sorry. But it wasn't for everyone. And what you really need to do is you need to understand what your game is really good at and what your players really want from the game and focus on that. That's why I keep talking about RVR. People come to Dark Age of Camelot because of the RVR, because of the 3 realms, because of the battles that happen at 2 o'clock in the morning over a keep. And so we want to really focus on that and make sure that we're giving people the best experience that they can when they're doing that.
And still, you think that Dark Age is still approachable for a new generation of players? When it comes to RVR, will we end up in a battlefield and then get completely ganked by the old school players?
Well, that's part of the fun of RVR is you get in there and you're like, what am I going to expect? Oh, I'm dead. Okay. And then you come back and you start grouping with people and you learn what RVR is. And that's part of the draw is being part of your team, your Albion, your Midgard, your Hibernia. And you have this sense of pride and you want to fight for your side. And that's what keeps you coming back for more. So it's approachable for new people. It may be a little different than what they're used to with some of the other games that are out. But once you've worked through it, once you understand what it's about, and people are around to help you, it actually is a lot of fun. And yeah, new people are coming in all the time and playing it and sticking with the game.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.